This one sentence rewires your life in 24 hours. Beloved, life changes not by time, but by truth. One clear word, spoken in faith, can overturn years of struggle in a single day. The mind, when renewed by truth, reshapes the outer world at once. You do not need to wait for months of labor or years of delay. Transformation is instant when you align with spiritual law. And tonight, I give you the one sentence that rewires your entire life within 24 hours. The word that rewires the mind. Beloved, I say to you tonight, the change you desire is not far off. It is not hidden in years of toil, nor buried in long waiting. Life turns at the sound of a word. One sentence spoken in faith can dissolve the years of bondage and bring forth new beginnings in a single day. Truth acts swiftly, for truth is eternal. The moment you speak it, the law is set in motion. The sentence is this: I am aligned with divine order, and everything in my life now falls into perfect place. These words are not mere comfort. They are law. They are a decree, a key that unlocks the tangled conditions of your life and compels them into harmony. For what is disorder but resistance to law? And what is harmony but obedience to it? When the mind is filled with fear, confusion, and doubt, life mirrors that disorder. But when the mind is brought into alignment with divine order, the outer world must rearrange itself accordingly. Look upon the heavens, see the stars in their courses, the planets in their rhythm, the tides that ebb and flow in perfect measure. All creation moves under divine order. The seed grows into the flower. The night gives way to the dawn. The seasons follow their appointed cycle. There is no haste, no delay, no confusion. All is harmony. And you, made in the image of the Creator, are meant to live in that same order. Yet man, forgetting his place in the design, speaks the words of fear. He says, "Nothing is working out for me. My life is confusion. Everything goes wrong." And behold, the law is exact, and it produces after his word. His very decree has woven the web in which he is caught. But the moment he changes his word, the web is undone. When he declares, "I am aligned with divine order, and everything in my life now falls into perfect place," the universe hastens to rearrange itself. Confusion gives way to clarity, delay gives way to right timing, and disorder gives way to peace. I recall a woman who came to me in distress. Her life, she said, was chaos. Her home was in turmoil, her finances in disorder, her mind without rest. She cried, "Miss Shinn, I do not know where to begin. Everything is wrong." I answered, "My dear, you need not fix everything at once. You need only align with divine order, and everything else will fall into place. Speak this sentence: I am aligned with divine order, and everything in my life now falls into perfect place. Speak it with calm assurance, and let the law do the work." She obeyed. That very night, a debt she feared could not be paid was unexpectedly settled. The next day, her home atmosphere shifted. Quarrels quieted, peace entered. Within 24 hours, she returned to me astonished. "It is as though my life has straightened itself," she said. And indeed it had, for she had spoken the aligning word. Understand this, beloved. It is not time that changes you, it is truth. Years may pass without change, if the same fearful word is spoken, but one day can transform all, if the true word is spoken with faith. Do not say, "It will take me months to overcome this." That is bondage. Say instead, "I am aligned with divine order now, and everything falls into place now." For the Spirit knows no delay. The law is instant. The change begins the moment you release the word. Let me show you why this sentence is so powerful. First, it affirms your alignment. When you say, "I am aligned with divine order," you step out of confusion and declare harmony. You are no longer the victim of chance. You are the heir of law. Second, it declares the result. Everything in my life now falls into perfect place. Not tomorrow, not some vague future, but now. This breaks the spell of delay and calls forth immediate manifestation. I have seen people bound by procrastination, saying someday things will improve, someday I will find my place, but someday is an enemy, someday never arrives. The power is always in now. When you declare everything in my life now falls into perfect place, you call your good into the present. You compel the law to act at once. A young man once came to me, restless and dissatisfied. He drifted from task to task, unable to find his purpose. He said, "Miss Shinn, I cannot see my path. Everything is confusion." I told him, "Say this sentence with conviction. I am aligned with divine order, and everything in my life now falls into perfect place. He did. Within 24 hours, a friend invited him to assist in a work that suited his gifts exactly. He said it is as though the fog has lifted. Indeed it had, for divine order had arranged his path. Beloved, let me warn you of the danger of careless words. If you say I am always late, the law will echo it and you will remain delayed. If you say I am always unlucky, the law will fulfill it and misfortune will follow. But if you say I am aligned with divine order, and everything in my life now falls into perfect place, the law must obey, and harmony will follow. Words are forces, and the law does not judge, it only executes. Therefore guard your tongue, for it holds the keys of life and death, order and confusion, freedom and bondage. Now let us practice together. Speak aloud, slowly, with calm authority. I am aligned with divine order, and everything in my life now falls into perfect place. Feel the peace in it. Feel the alignment as though the pieces of your life are quietly settling into order. Imagine the crooked ways straightened, the closed paths opened, the tangled threads loosened, for what you imagine is the shadow of what is already accomplished in spirit. This sentence is not wishful thinking, it is spiritual law, it is the language of the soul returning to its source. It is the recognition that you are not separate from the harmony of creation, but one with it. And when you recognize it, you manifest it. Therefore, when fear arises, speak this sentence. When confusion clouds you, speak this sentence. When delay seems to bind you, speak this sentence. Say it until your mind is calm and your heart is still. Say it until peace floods your being. And then watch, within 24 hours, as life reflects the new order you have spoken. Beloved, remember always, the mind creates patterns, and life follows those patterns. If the pattern is confusion, the life is confusion. If the pattern is harmony, the life is harmony. This one sentence rewires the pattern at once. It changes the thought, and therefore it changes the condition. Speak it faithfully, and it will become the very rhythm of your life. So I give you tonight the master key to the renewal of mind and the transformation of circumstance. I am aligned with divine order, and everything in my life now falls into perfect place. Take it, speak it, believe it, for it is not a sentence of hope, but a decree of truth, and truth, spoken, rewires your life instantly, under grace and in perfect ways. The word that rewires circumstance. Beloved, we have seen how the spoken word rewires the mind. Now let us look upon its power to rewire circumstance. For the mind is the root, but life is the branch. When the root is changed, the branch must bear new fruit. Speak the aligning word, and not only does your thought become clear, but your conditions begin to obey. The sentence again, I am aligned with divine order, and everything in my life now falls into perfect place. This is no idle phrase. It is not meant to comfort the heart only. It is meant to command life itself. Every condition that appears to be against you is but disorder, a knot in the fabric. Disorder is not real power, it is only misplacement. When the word of divine order is spoken, every knot is loosened, every crooked way is made straight. One woman told me, Miss Shinn, I am trapped in confusion, my business is failing, my home is filled with discord, and I cannot see my way. I answered, do not attempt to fight confusion with confusion. Do not say I must fix this piece and that piece and then all will be well. Speak only the aligning word. I am aligned with divine order, and everything in my life now falls into perfect place. Then watch as every piece quietly moves of itself into harmony. She obeyed. Within a single day, a long-delayed payment arrived to rescue her finances. Quarrels at home ceased, and peace entered. She returned to me with shining eyes, saying, it is as though the unseen hand has arranged it all. Indeed it had, for the word of divine order had gone forth. Beloved, circumstances are not immovable walls. They are mirrors of thought. Change the word, and the mirror reflects a new image. Life does not resist truth. Life hastens to obey truth. When you say, everything in my life now falls into perfect place, the law of adjustment is set in motion. People, places, and things begin to shift. Doors open, ways clear, obstacles dissolve, not by struggle but by the quiet rearrangement of divine intelligence. Let me give you another illustration. A man once told me his affairs were tangled beyond repair. He said, there are too many difficulties, too many obstacles. It will take me years to untangle this. I replied, sir, years are not required. Speak this word, I am aligned with divine order, and everything in my life now falls into perfect place. If you speak it with faith, The Spirit will untangle in a day what your hands could not in a lifetime." He obeyed. Within 24 hours, an opportunity presented itself that dissolved his difficulties. He said, "It is as though the whole problem has melted away." So it had, for divine order leaves no knot unloosed. You see, beloved, you are not the one who must rearrange the pieces. That is the work of Spirit. Your part is only to declare alignment. When you speak the word, you yield the burden. You no longer attempt to control every detail. You simply stand and declare, "I am aligned with divine order, and everything in my life now falls into perfect place." Then Spirit does what you cannot do. Too often, man delays his good by clinging to control. He says, "I must figure it out. I must strive, I must struggle, I must force my way." And the more he struggles, the more tangled the web becomes. But the moment he releases the need to control and aligns instead with divine order, the tangle dissolves. For divine order knows paths unseen by the human mind. It opens doors no man could force, and closes doors no man could bear. I remember a young woman who longed for work. She searched, and every door seemed closed. She said, "Miss Shinn, I am weary of rejection. Every attempt is failure." I told her, "My dear, you are not to chase doors. You are to speak the word and let the right door swing open. Say, 'I am aligned with divine order, and everything in my life now falls into perfect place.'" She spoke it faithfully. The very next day she received an unexpected offer of employment, better suited than any she had pursued. She exclaimed, "It is as though the door opened of itself." Indeed it had, for the word opens doors where effort finds none. Hear me, beloved, conditions do not move by your pushing, they move by your word. For the spoken word is the rod and staff of Spirit. It compels life into alignment. It does not beg, it does not plead, it declares. That is why the Master said, "Speak to the mountain, and it shall be removed." Not beg the mountain, not struggle with the mountain, speak to it. Speak the aligning word, and the mountain of difficulty must obey. Therefore, when faced with disorder, do not say, "I am overwhelmed." Do not say, "It is impossible." Do not say, "It will take years." These words bind you. Instead say, "I am aligned with divine order, and everything in my life now falls into perfect place." These words free you. They do not describe disorder. They command harmony. They do not delay. They declare immediacy. Let us practice again. Speak with calm authority. "I am aligned with divine order, and everything in my life now falls into perfect place." Feel the strength of it. Imagine the shifting of conditions. Picture debts dissolving, doors opening, relationships healing, opportunities appearing. See the crooked lines straightening, the scattered pieces gathering into harmony. This is not fantasy, it is law. You are declaring the pattern, and life must reflect it. Beloved, do not think small. Divine order is not limited to one corner of your life. It embraces all. If your health is disordered, speak this word. If your home is disordered, speak this word. If your finances are disordered, speak this word. If your relationships are disordered, speak this word. There is no corner beyond its reach. The same law that sets the stars in their courses can set your life in harmony. Remember also, delay is only illusion. Some will say, "It cannot happen in a day." But Spirit is not bound by time. The moment you speak the aligning word, the change begins. Sometimes it is seen within hours, sometimes within days, but always it is instant in spirit, and the manifestation follows swiftly. Therefore let not fear whisper, "It is too late." Let not doubt say, "It is too tangled." Let not despair declare, "It is hopeless." These are lies. Truth says, "I am aligned with divine order, and everything in my life now falls into perfect place." Say it until your heart believes it. Say it until your mind rests. Say it until your circumstances obey, for they must. So I give you, beloved, this closing assurance. There is no disorder that cannot be brought into order. There is no confusion that cannot be cleared. There is no closed door that cannot be opened. The key is in your word. Speak the aligning word, and watch as the crooked becomes straight, the dark becomes light, the delay becomes right timing. Take it with you, not as comfort only but as command. I am aligned with divine order, and everything in my life now falls into perfect place. Repeat it when you rise. Repeat it as you walk. Repeat it when you lie down. Let it become the rhythm of your day. Within 24 hours, you will see signs of its power. Doors will open. Obstacles will fade. Harmony will enter, and you will know that life is not against you but for you. For you are aligned with divine order, and therefore all falls into perfect place. Now swiftly, under grace and in perfect ways,